19. I'm your host, ZD Zach Dawson of the Iamacreator group. If you guys are joining in, want to catch more MLB 19 every 1 to 2 days a week of the weekly schedule, giving it 5 instead of 6. Be sure to hit that red support button if you guys are new in the chat. You guys can also smash the like button, tweet them out, share them, comment, add them to a playlist. So to let you guys know, I will not be doing BL3 tonight. I will be doing it next week. Next Tuesday and Wednesday, which is always okay with you guys in the chat, equals pay it forward and be rewarded. And we never ask for support back. But you guys will have Final Fantasy VII tomorrow, since tomorrow's Thursday. If there's also anybody in the chat that does have a Twitter, you can do so. Like, follow me on Twitter anytime you like. I'm not that hard to find, for sure, and always anything pointing into a good plan and good, have a good chance. But we watch our videos in full, like the videos in full, share them as good as we can, and we're all good to go. You guys have got IGN news tonight as well, because we're almost way behind, but it's all good. If you guys want to vote for the idol, you guys can vote Aladdin. That's at 27. Greatest Summit is at 12 as well. So you guys let me know in the chat if you guys have any questions as well. As there will be Game 1 of 4 tonight, as there will be the 4 and 5 Cardinals hosting the 7 and 3 Los Angeles Dodgers. So far tonight in Game 1 of 4. On the mound for the 4 and 5 Cardinals tonight in Game 1 in St. Louis will be Ponce de Leon. Ponce de Leon is 1-0, 3 strikeouts, 1.50 ERA. Taking on Clayton Kershaw in Game 1 of 4 tonight on the mound for the 7 and 3 Dodgers of the season tonight. Clayton Kershaw has 16 strikeouts, 1.29 ERA. And the good thing about Clayton Kershaw is he's one of the outstanding pitchers inside the season. Which I haven't seen him play, but he is a real good pitcher. So we'll see how the 4 and 5 Cardinals manage it tonight in Game 1 of 4 in St. Louis, taking on the 7 and 3 Dodgers in Game 1 tonight. So on the mound for the 4 and 5 Cardinals tonight will be Daniel Ponce de Leon. He is 1-0. He has a 1.50 ERA. And here's his starting lineup for the 4 and 5 Cardinals tonight. Leading off first will be Tommy Edman. And third base, batting second baseman Colton Wong. Batting third, first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. Marcell Ozuna is at left field, batting fourth. Jose Martinez is a right fielder. Paul DeJong, shortstop, batting sixth. Tyro O'Neill batting seventh. Yadier Molina, the catcher, is batting eighth. And batting ninth, the pitcher on the mound for the 4 and 5 Cardinals tonight in Game 1 St. Louis, Daniel Ponce de Leon. So how is everyone doing tonight? Well, as I said earlier tonight, guys, you guys will not have BL3 till next week. So I just got back from Subway a little bit earlier tonight, so far tonight, and yeah, my pun is not going to be in the chat tonight, but we'll see you guys in the next one in the chat. Which I'm thinking it might be tomorrow, which I do go back from 7 to 11:30, so I don't think it'll be a problem at all. So yeah, I just got back from Subway. Work today was not bad for what it has been. In the chat tonight of the Iamacreator group, what's up, brother Mark? What's up, Zess? aka Zeska, aka Kills on Duty. How you doing tonight? Check out both channels in the chat. They're really good moderators of mine. I'm still keeping at 6-1 going forward. So on the mound for the 4 and 5 Cardinals tonight in Game 1 St. Louis is Daniel Ponce de Leon. Making his second start, 1-0 record, 1.50 ERA, and giving up 4 hits. And leading off first for the 7 and 3 Dodgers will be AJ Pollock. He has a 265 average. As we get Game 1 in St. Louis underway. Pitch by de Leon. That'd be ground ball to right. Picked up by the home pitcher, and he gives it the first one away. for the Dodgers. I'm doing amazing. I'm just at work. Ah, okay. How's work going for you, Zess? By the way, Pirates 4, Cubbies 3, the final, and Chicago. There's a starting lineup for the 7-3 Dodgers tonight in Game 1. Corey Bellinger, 275. Will Smith. No, that was Smith, the rapper. That'll bring in shortstop Corey Seager. Seager's batting 297, 5 home runs, 9 ribbies. He's also a right-handed batter. The pitch, ball 1 at the bottom. Ben Busy Brother, I got done with your shout out. Ah, nice. Well, like I said, guys, I'm going to remind you guys again tonight, my love will not be in the chat tonight because, you know, her phone was down to 15% earlier tonight, and she won't be in the chat this week, but it all depends if there's really not much going on for busyness or anything. IZN News will be a little bit later. Well, like I said, BL3 will be next week. Oh, crap. Strike 1, 2-1. White Sox 4, Rays 3 in Chicago. But, what's you been up to, Zess, besides being at work? How's ZO8T doing? That'll be foul ball to left, strike 2. But, anything exciting tonight so far, guys? 2-2 count, and he struck him out. And that's a second out for the Dodgers. For a strikeout by Ponce de Leon. He's on the mound for the 4-5 Cardinals in Game 1 St. Louis tonight. Replay of the strikeout. Hold on, I'll read the chat in a second after the pitch. That'll be fly ball to right center field. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired defensively. But it's good to see my girl Jess in the chat tonight. We got the bottom of the first, Game 1 St. Louis. Dodgers nothing, Cardinals coming up to bat. And also in Game 1 in St. Louis tonight, guys, in the chat, it's the one and only Clayton Kershaw. He's on the mound for the 7-3 Dodgers tonight. He's making the third start of the season. 1.29 ERA, giving up 9 hits, 7 walks, and 16 strikeouts. But yeah, Clayton Kershaw is one of those pitchers that he's good with pitching when it comes to strikeouts. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Tommy Edman. He has a 282 average and 4 ribbies in the chat tonight. So like I said, tomorrow after I get off at 11:30, guys will have a new episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And as I said earlier, the last couple times, guys, tonight, Borderlands 3 will have a new episode next Tuesday and Wednesday. But speaking of the 13th, guys, of this month, it'll be 10 months since I've had BL3 as well, so I cannot complain. So I've had it for a long time, so it's really not much to figure out. Text swing, strike 2 at the bottom, 1 and 2. Yeah, Clayton Kershaw is one of those pitchers that's been with the 7-3 Dodgers for a long time, so there's really not much to figure out. That'd be foul ball to right, strike 2. My phone's battery is low. Today, your sister-in-law, Della, my wife, been cooking food. Ah, sweet. Any nice food, and check swing, he struck him out. That's a strikeout, first down for the Cardinals. Throughout the coronavirus and whatnot. There's the signing lineup for the 4-5 Cardinals of the season tonight in Game 1 St. Louis. Marcelo Arizona's batting 200. Martizon's batting 243 tonight. That'll bring in second baseman Colton Wong. 211 with 1 ribby. A's 3, Orioles nothing in Baltimore. Coming in the state of Maryland. Strike 1 at the bottom. Yankees 1, Astros nothing in Houston. Jack, brother, need to ask you one thing. Sir, go right ahead, brother. Anything. That'll be 5-ball center field. In Game 1, St. Louis goes to the back, and that's off the wall. Wait a minute, that's not off the wall. It's side off the gap, and it's gone. Solo stop by Colton Wong. In game one in St. Louis off the bat. Oh, holy mackerel. 97.3 miles per hour. And that's a solo stop by Colin Wong. In game, oh crap. The Masters will hold on tonight. I'm still doing okay. It's still a 14 feet one. So the 4 and 5 Cardinals strike first in game one St. Louis. It's 1-0 Cardinals. With just one out at the bottom of the first. Solo stop by Colin Wong. Game one St. Louis tonight. Deep center field. Have you watched the Gundam anime show before? I have not. But how good is it? To be honest. But do you know how good it is by chance? Strike one to the right. Brings up Paul Goldschmidt, the first baseman. He's batting .216. 1-0 Cardinals, bottom of the first. 1 out in game one in St. Louis. 0-1 count coming up. Foul ball to right, strike two. I mean, I've seen plenty of cool anime since Pokemon was out for a long time, so. Same with Sailor Moon Crystal. And that was a couple years ago to a different century. 1-2 count. That'll be foul ball to right, strike two. In the stands. It's a great anime show. It's been out since 2005. Mobile Suit Warsaw. Ah, okay. I can't complain. Ball two. 2-2 outside the zone.
Back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
So yeah, my Angel will not be in the chat tonight, so she'll be in the next one hopefully. That'll be foul ball to right, strike two. Inside the ball, inside the middle zone. You guys will get IGN news and also Batwoman news for next year as well. And he struck him out looking. And that's the second out for the Cardinals.
Pulled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be
we play out the strikeout at the bottom.
Guys, because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to.
So I think we have some sweet IGN news for you guys tonight, if I can recall. Like I said, BL3 will be next Tuesday and Wednesday. It'll mark the 10th month by the 13th of this month. So I can't complain. Brings up left fielder Marcel Azona. Batting .200, 2 home runs, 5 ribbies. He's a left-handed batter. As well in the chat tonight. Ball 2. 2-0 to the right outside the zone.
It doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball.
Yeah, we have some sweet IGN news for you guys tonight. We'll get to that in a little bit. Ball 3. 3-0. On deck, Jose Martinez. It's batting .147. In game one in St. Louis tonight. So yeah, we do. And that's strike one at the bottom. 3-1.
It's 3-1. This is where if you're the batter, one pitch, one spot, and you get the barrel.
We might start a little bit of the very bottom.
With damage on your mind.
Comes a 3-1 by Kershaw. That'd be foul ball to right in the stand, strike two. Hit speed is 90 miles per hour. And he struck him out looking. Threw it out, and the inning is over. Replay shot by Colin Wong. As there was a fly ball to deep center field. And it was gone with a solo shot. Game one St. Louis go to top of the second. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing. Do up for the Dodgers. Game one in St. Louis is Max Muncy. He's batting 2 home run, 200, 1 home run, 2 ribbies. Leon nods his head. Strike one at the bottom. So we're going to start with something a little more interesting in just a little bit. That'd be foul ball to left in the stand, strike two.
And this will wind up a foul ball. He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late.
1-2 count coming up. And he struck him out inside the zone. Big strikeout. That's the first out for the Dodgers. Nationals 1, Phillies nothing in Philadelphia. There's the defensive lineup for the 4 and 5 Cardinals of the season, as followed.
Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute.
Yeah, we're going to start a little more from the bottom. And that'll be 6 hours ago. Brings up Justin Turner. 179, 2 home runs, 9 ribbies. Ball 1 to the upper left. It's ball 1.
1-0. We're in the second with the Redbirds holding a 1-0 lead.
That'll be ground ball to the pitcher. So we're going to get the ball and throws it the first in time. Out number 2 for the Dodgers. White Sox 4, Rays 3 in Chicago. Brings up Zach Pederson. 250, 1 home run, 6 ribbies. Leon nods his head. The pitch offering. Swing and a miss, strike 1 inside the zone.
So far, this has been a very good outing for this guy. Listen, he doesn't have the best stuff, but what he needs to do, and he's doing it right now.
Strike 2 at the bottom, excuse me. 0-2. The Leon nods his head.
The better chance they have to go ahead and square something up. So
that'll be ground ball center field. Picked up by second. Gives it the first baseman, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Dodgers. Game 1 in St. Louis. Go to bottom of the second inning. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing. Due up for the Cardinals. Coming up to the bat is right fielder Jose Martinez. 147, 1 home run, 3 ribbies. And our nephew Caratar made drama again. Okay, what did he do? What did he do today this time, brother Mark? Anything? If you guys want to catch more MLB 19 every 1 to 2 days a week, every week in the chat of the Iamacreator schedule, giving it 5 instead of 6. Hit that red support button if you guys are new, ball 2 up top. You guys can also smash the like button if you guys are not new and no stranger. If there's also anybody in the chat that does have a Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter anytime you'd like. As JD, as we speak of the Iamacreator group, ball 3. On deck, Paul DeZong, batting 243, 1 home run, 2 ribbies. Rockies 1, Rays nothing in Colorado. But we also watch our videos in full, like the videos in full, share them, and that's ball 4. First walk by Kershaw.
That is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk,
as Kershaw walks Jose Martinez for the 4 and 5 Cardinals tonight in Game 1 St. Louis. That'll bring up Paul DeZong, the shortstop. 243, 1 home runs, 2 ribbies. Left-handed batter, shortstop. He talked bad about me for no reason. Mess around my stepson as his YouTube channel. What a dumb fool. Very insecure fool to begin with. Runner at first, nobody out. Here's the pitch by Kershaw. And plus, we never asked for support back either way, guys. Strike 1 inside the zone. If you guys want to vote for the idol, Aladdin at 27, Grady Sullivan is at 12. As Aladdin's doing a good job, it's owned by 15. So you guys can vote anytime you'd like, also tonight. See if there's anything we can talk about for sure when it comes to any basic reasons. So we'll see what happens. So we're going to get some IZN news right about now, in just a minute, about the movies that got delayed today. And he swung on and missed, struck him out. That's the first out for the Cardinals. Was strike out by Clayton Kershaw. There's the defensive lineup for the 7-3 Dodgers as followed. Game 1 St. Louis. We're going to start with some news involving Universal Studios. 6 hours ago, apparently. But hold on. Here comes Tyrone O'Neill, the center fielder. 222, 1 home run, 3 ribbies. Like his sister-in-law, Dell and my wife slap him in the face for good reason. You know what they say, you don't talk bad smack. You follow the rules that your family has given to you. The parents give you. That's the important thing. Don't talk back. Don't have any yakety yak. Any spilickety splat for a Krabby Patty, so swung on the miss at the bottom, strike 2. I was just trying to rephrase that what I was saying, but it's all good. Comes the 0-2 offering by Kershaw.
Hoping to send him packing.
But it's all good. Ball 1 at the bottom, 1 and 2. According to Jim Vizzoto, let's get started on IZN News, guys, so we don't have to get behind tonight. Hold up a minute. There'll be foul ball to right, strike 2. That's right. When family members are being bad, they have to learn the hard way instead of the easy way. Exactly. Yep. Because the easy way is like getting everybody that's out of control. That's ball 2 and 2. According to Jim Vizzola, guys, let's get down to it, please. Universal Pictures announced Wednesday that it has postponed 4 major horror releases due to the coronavirus. Fireball center field, and he makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for the Cardinals. Runner will hold at first. So that's the second out for the Cardinals. Yeah, due to the coronavirus, as 4 movies have been postponed. Here comes the catcher, Yadier Molina. 71 average, 1 ribby. The movie Halloween Kills would have opened back on the 16th of October. To the Halloween month, actually. Ball 1 to the right, 1-0. Apparently it has been postponed to next year on October 15th of 2021. This is wide release. Likewise, the sequel Halloween Ends has been postponed from October 15th of next year to October 14th of 2022. But here's the thing, though. When it comes to Halloween, you cannot have a Halloween movie without any other time than Halloween. And that's every October 31st every year. Every once a year. Comes to watching scary movies, haunted movies, or horror movies, to be honest. That's ball 2, 2-0. But it's all good. I mean, I've seen plenty of Halloween movies, like, say, The Haunted Mansion, Addams Family. I've seen a couple of Screen movies that Emma Roberts is in. The one that plays as Sydney. But I've seen a little more than that. That can be caught up. There'll be foul ball to right, strike 2. 2 and 2. Both films are a follow-up to the 2018 hit, and which itself was a direct sequel back in 1978's John Carpenter classic. But that's been around since then. That'll be fly ball to right center field. And trying to make a diving catch. Runner is not going to hold second. He will take third. Oh my. So it's a single by the Cardinals. As the runner at second goes to third. Look at that. Defensively, it was going to have a diving catch, but came a little bit short defensively. Look at it one more time. Oh my. Runner at first and third, 2 outs. 4-5 Cardinals looking to increase something in Game 1 in St. Louis. It's a pitch by Clayton Kershaw. Ball 1 at the upper left. Brings up the starting pitcher on the mound for the 4-5 Cardinals tonight, Dale Ponce de Leon. And sees the return of star Jamie Lee Curtis, as well as the creative team director David Gordon Green. Ball 2. And co-writer, executive producer Danny McBride. John Carpenter on Twitter went on to state, I'll read that in a second. He went on to state, and I quote, via the Horror Master, I know you all have been looking forward to an update on the status of Halloween Kills. So yeah, Candyman, that's strike 1 inside the zone, 2-1. So as far as Candyman goes, that's been, what do you call it? Strike 2 on the upper right, 2-2. Clayton Kershaw's given up 10 balls, 12 strikes, total 22.
swing
on the
hard
mound
in case you hit it.
on the mound for the 7-3 Dodgers
As a
tonight.
pitcher, why not? Better than standing up there like you've never held a bat before.
But it's all good. Like I said, I've seen some of the Halloween movies. Like Return to Halloween Town, Halloween 3 was on Disney in the past. So yeah, Candyman is going to be taking place on September 25th or October 16th of this year. So it's not a problem.
With 2 outs, the runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot
Kershaw
of
nods his head.
with this kind of play.
Here comes the 3-2 offering. And he struck him out. Good strikeout, and the side is retired. In Game 1, St. Louis. We go to top of the 3rd inning. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing. Due off for the Dodgers, the catcher, Will Smith, not the rapper Zane Smith equals Will Smith, but the Will Smith actually. 273, 1 home run, 6 ribbies. 73 Dodgers, we're going to get himself started in Game 1 in St. Louis. And also the Forever Birds has a new wide release date, guys, as it will be next year, Friday on July 9th. So guys can check some of that out on IGN.com, so it's latest news updates for it. As Halloween Kills will be out next year on October 15th. So guys can see where it may lead to. Ball 1 up top, 1-1. I'll catch up on the chat in a second. 1-1 count by DeLeon. Ball 2. Brother Mike says, Jack brother, if I buy the Gundam 2 seasons for my DVD player, would you watch it? I could probably watch it, but it all depends if my opponent would be interested. Strike 2 at the bottom, 2-2. But what verdict do you actually give the anime, buddy? Brother, actually. Rockies 4, Braves nothing in Colorado. But what score do you actually give it on the scale from 1 to 10? Ball 3 to the upper right, 3-2. On deck, Negron, 222, 1 home run, 2 ribbies. So it all depends if there's anything else with a disguise or something.
The 3-2 pitch.
But I don't think it's on Disney Plus. I mean, I haven't seen Hamilton yet, but I've heard there's a couple of good things. Now, a couple of my coworkers have told me about that on Disney Plus. 5 all to right, and that'll be foul. Still strike 2. Defensively, almost had a diving catch upon it. Swing and a miss, and that's the first out for the Dodgers. Good strikeout by Ponce Leon. He's looking a little more smooth on the mound for the 4-5 Cardinals tonight. Game 1 in St. Louis.
But I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
Standing in now, number 9.
Ball 1 up top. Brings up Christopher Negron. Negron's batting 222. 1 home run, 2 ribbies, 1 stolen base. Foul ball to left, strike 1. And there's also some exciting news about a sequel, and that'll be a pop-up foul territory. Almost had the catch again. Defensively, that's strike 2. 1-2 count. And he struck him out looking. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's out number 2 for the Dodgers tonight. Brings up the starting pitcher on the mound for the 7-3 Dodgers tonight, Clayton Kershaw. He has a 500 average. It's a pitch by DeLeon. Ground ball center field, and it will get down. Skip second base. And in Game 1 St. Louis, that'll be a single. So a single by the Dodgers. Back to the lineup. AJ Power comes up to bat. He has grounded out his first time. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. In Game 1 in St. Louis. Strike 1 to the left. So runner at first, 2 outs.
Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job
Yeah, I get
done
it
in
from
this
Amazon
situation.
and eBay, Walmart. Walmart still has Disney DVDs and anime DVDs. Yeah, past and present back in the 1960s.
Well behind
Swing and a
that
miss, strike
fastball. It's a
two.
swinging
Was
strike.
I've seen plenty of them
In
over the
today's
years
game, if you're
since
not disciplined
since
for
I was a
striking
little
out,
kid.
why would
So
you change your approach with 2 strikes right here?
it's
Get this guy to
basically
try and
a
drive
lot
the
of
baseball
things,
right here.
a lot of basic things that's surrounding the good
Working
stuff.
for the punch out and the
That'd be a
offering.
pop-up
Popped him up.
to left
Number
center
19,
field,
shading to his
waiting
right.
for it,
No
and he
trouble
makes the
with this one,
catch, and the
inning
side is
over.
retired.
One left for LA. It remains 1-0.
Dodgers leave one. Game 1, St. Louis. Go to bottom of the third. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing.
Welcome back to Busch Stadium as we send it down to Heidi.
We're just getting started
Thanks,
tonight,
Matt.
guys,
In between
on
innings, I
IGN
was able to
News.
catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to
Um,
discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the
Ready
putting
Player
together.
2
Yes,
sequel.
They've only scored 1 run.
Novel-
but he
novel
said they've done a great job of forcing
It's
the
going to be
pitch count up,
published
and he
for
thinks
this year.
that's gonna lead to more
GameStop
offense for them
don't
as this
sell
game goes
DVDs
on.
All right,
like
thanks,
used
Heidi.
to since 2007. Like I said, I've been to GameStop for a long time, to be honest. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Tommy Edman. He struck out his first time in Game 1 in St. Louis.
Third baseman in tight,
But yeah,
protecting
they
the bunt
used
at
to.
first pitch. Back to
They
work
used to
now
sell
is
plenty of
Kershaw.
that
He
when
jumps ahead
Gamers
of the
was
leadoff
back
man
then.
at
Was back to
0-1.
back then.
You
In
know,
a
Matty, when I
different
first broke
city
into
of the
league,
state
you
of
wouldn't
Ohio,
see
so
that
that's
high heater first pitch
basically
right out of
a
the gate.
different
But I think there's
project.
been a change
When I
in-
used to
in
go to
philosophy
Gamers,
here.
used to
Back in the
sue
late
plenty of
90s,
good money
early
over the
2000s,
years.
Guys wanted to attack you more east-west, but you lean in left,
We
right.
foul ball to right,
Now
strike
you're seeing
2.
guys attack in the philosophy
According to
more
Jim
north-south.
Vizzola,
Just with launch
um,
angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that
hold on.
sinking fastball.
Ball one to the
Guys
right,
are just gonna run
1
their
and 2.
barrel into it. Not
So
the
according
case
to
with
Jim
the high
Vizzola, guys, it's been a follow-up nearly a decade in the making, but in the making.
Swing
And he
miss as
struck
starts
him
the
out.
third, the same way he ended the
And that's
second
for
with
the
a
first out
punch
for the
out
Cardinals.
one
6
away.
strikeout by
Didn't look
Clayton
to me like
Kershaw.
that was much of a
He's
swing
having
with 2
a
strikes.
good entertainment.
No, he was trying
He
to
is
get
on the
yards,
mound for the 7-3 Dodgers
looks
tonight.
bad if you strike out like he did, though. I'm
But
sure
the
his
sequel
manager
novel
would
to
have liked
Ready
for him to
Player
focus
1
on
is
getting
almost
on base.
officially here, apparently. I haven't seen the very first one, guys, but I've heard a little bit of good things on it. Brings
Yeah,
up
Matt,
Colton
that
Wong,
last
the
one
second
wasn't
baseman.
exactly a tape measure.
He's solo homered his first time. He's 1 for 1 in Game 1 in St. Louis.
In his last AB, but listen, it counts as a home run nonetheless.
Ready Player 2. They're calling it the sequel, calling it Ready Player 2. That movie will be published November 24th, as Random House announced Wednesday.
A ball and a strike.
That'll be strike 1 inside the zone, 1-1. As Random House said a good thing on Twitter earlier today. That'll be
And
foul
it's
ball
fouled away.
in the stand, strike 2. It's now 1 and 2. It's the pitch by Kershaw.
And
Ball
they'll try to
2
get
at the
him
bottom.
fishing there, but
Kershaw
he
has
won't
only
offer
given
him
up 1
third.
walk.
It's back to even at 2-2.
So yeah, Ready Player 2 will be published on
And Kershaw
November
can't find the
24th.
target there as he's running
And that's
as
ball
far as he
3.
can go
On deck,
now.
Paul
It's
Goldsmith,
3-2.
batting 211.
With the meat of the order due up next, you can
He is
probably
on deck.
expect to see something you can handle here with the full
Um,
count as the 2-hole hitter.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Here's a
That'll
little
be
chopper
ground
up
ball,
the middle.
center field.
Seager comes
He picks it up, throws the first baseman, and that's the second out for the Cardinals.
Now 2 away. Well, it certainly was a bang-bang play, so no surprise.
As the manager for the 4 and 5 Cardinals tonight will make a challenge for first, real quick.
Yeah, definitely one of those
In the chat.
bang-bang plays. And looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can
Well, that
tell for
challenge is
sure.
going. We
It's
also
gonna
have
be
a little more
interesting
news
to see what they
too.
decide to do here.
If you guys are getting Ghost of Tsushima, that's coming out next week on the 17th. I think I may want to wait, not to get the copy right away. But either way, Tony Hawk's coming out on the 4th and 5th of September, so I'm looking forward to buying that, which is Pro Skater 1 and 2 of Tony Hawk for the PS4. So that's coming out in a couple months. The Wonder Years. ABC developing reboot series with Black Family. Well, what does that mean, apparently? Well, let me check this out. Actually, I'm not interested. So that's the runner at first, one out. As the challenge was a little more accepted. Ball one at the bottom. Picks up Paul Goldschmidt. He's 0 for 1 in Game 1 in St. Louis.
Coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a
hold up, I'll read the set in the second, guys.
That's a big accomplishment.
Ball, strike one up top, excuse me, 1-1. Then it was how Wally West is the key to fixing DC's broken tie line. Huh. Swing a little too long, strike 2 up top, 1 and 2.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here.
They say after Pokemon series, Yu-Gi-Oh series, Dragon Ball series comes to end, be a new anime shows. Ball 2 to the left, 2 and 2. An anime show Digimon has returned. Exactly right on that too. I've seen a little bit of Digimon a while back, but never caught up with it. Foul ball to right, strike 2. But not really. Destiny 2, Renguous, Everzy, Exotic. Space rifle gameplay. Ball 3 at the bottom, 3 and 2. On deck is Marcel Azona, 194, 2 home runs, 5 ribbies. In Game 1 in St. Louis. You guys have already heard. My point already knows about this. I'll tell you guys in a second. And a pop-up to right center field, and he makes the catch. And that's the second out for the Cardinals. Runner at first base will hold. Here comes Marcel Azona. He's 0 for 1 for a strikeout in the first inning. Game 1 in St. Louis. But we have a little more news from earlier tonight about who will be taking over Batwoman in Season 2. With Season 2, it's coming to CW next week. Set up the Sports Time Machine. Check out that channel. He's doing a World Series replay. You guys can check that out anytime. But he is live right now outside the chat, so he can come right in. You guys can check him out too. See if there's anything to build. According to Jesse Sneeden, goes on to say, and I quote, "The CW has found its new Batwoman." That's right, guys. Actress Zavetia Leslie. Strike 1 inside the zone, coming out of God Friended Me, will take over the lead role in Batwoman Season 2 for next year. As previously reported, the CW isn't recasting Katie Kane role following Ruby Rose's abrupt departure. So you guys remember an article last month about it. Foul ball to right, strike 2 and 2. The series, instead, Leslie has been cast as a new character named Ryan Wilder. That's right, guys, Ryan Wilder. Apparently. That'll be foul ball to right, strike 2. Yeah, I did read some of it to my point, guys. So I read some of it to my angel earlier tonight of what's going on. Ball 3 to the right, 3 and 2. On deck, Jose Martinez, 147, 1 home run, 3 ribbies. Yeah, Batwoman Season 2 will be debuting January of next year. And that's ball 4, second walk by Clayton Kershaw. He is on the mound for the 7-3 Dodgers tonight. He won St. Louis. As Kershaw walks Azona for the 4-5 Cardinals tonight. Oh, wow. Second walk tonight, guys. Here comes Jose Martinez, the right fielder. He drew a walk his first time. So it's first and second. 2 outs in Game 1 in St. Louis. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Cardinals. Here's the pitch by Kershaw. Strike 1 to the left. 1-1. But like I said earlier, guys, I'll say it again. I haven't kept up with Batwoman. I've only seen the first 4 or 5 episodes of it. But, you know, that's normally one of the goodest parts on that.
Comes set, the 0-1.
Swing and a miss, strike 2 up top, 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys of the Iamacreator group may have paid attention to Batwoman, but I've only seen fewer episodes. So it all depends.
The pause and the 0-2.
Ball 1 to the bottom, 1 and 2. Yeah, Kersaw's only given up 2 walks on the mound for these 7-3 Dodgers tonight. That's 2 walks so far to go with. We'll see how we're doing in the chat tonight, guys. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you guys can do so anytime you'd like. I'm not that hard to find on Twitter. Check swing, and that's ball 2. 2 and 2.
No swing. It's ball 2.
Let me see. We have about 2 likes. Can we get up to 4 in the chat, guys? Can we get up to 4 in the chat tonight?
The set and the 2-2.
And he struck him out. After 2 walks, he struck him out. The inning is over. Cardinals leave 1. Go to top of the 4th inning. Game 1, St. Louis. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing. Doo-wop for the Dodgers. Leading off. Can we get up to 5 in the chat tonight? It's Corey Seager, the shortstop. He struck out his first time in Game 1 in St. Louis. It's the pitch by Leon. Strike 1 at the bottom. I'm gonna take this off sides for a while. Okay. Foul ball to right, strike 2. So yeah, BL3 will be next week, guys, since you guys have already been here in the chat. Swing and a miss. And that's the first out for the Dodgers tonight. In Game 1 at St. Louis, 5th strikeout by Ponce de Leon. Oh my goodness.
You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
In now, Cody Bellinger.
Foul ball to right, strike 1. Brings up Cody Bellinger. Bellinger's 0 for 1 with a line out in the first inning. Game 1 in St. Louis. Ground ball to first. And he races back defensively, and that's the second out for the Dodgers. Brings up Max Puccini. He's 0 for 1 of his strikeout in the second inning. In Game 1 in St. Louis.
First delivery to him on the way.
And as far as the PS5 goes, guys, I'm still hanging on to the big opportunity as it's still the #1 seed for the holidays. My partner and I were on the call for a while earlier tonight, and until our phone was down to 15%. So, if you guys have any questions for my future fiance, let me know in the chat tonight. If you guys don't, you don't. That's fine. That's okay. But type 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. You guys can type in your first and last name on Twitter in the chat if you like. 2-0 count by DeLeon. Swing and a miss, strike 1. It's now 2-1. Then we ground ball to first, and he's caught it. Defensively, good catch, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Dodgers. Game 1 in St. Louis tonight. For the bottom of the 4th inning, Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing. And doo-wop for the Cardinals tonight. It will be Paul DeZong, shortstop. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second inning in Game 1 St. Louis. A nice
first pitch on its way.
stimulus check.
There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Hey, it's not always about
It's a
filling up
pitch
the
by
strike
Kershaw.
zone all the time,
Yeah, it's
every
given up
inning.
2
He's
walks
pitching
for the
well as
7-3
we're moving
Dodgers
into the
tonight.
middle innings, but
Strike 1 inside the
interestingly,
zone.
less than
Quite a bit
50%
better
of his
that
first
time.
pitches have been for strikes.
AMC Theaters needs deal to avoid bankruptcy, causing sales to the
And
virus.
he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off.
And the storm,
1
but
and
can
2.
it last?
There's your
We'll see what it
textbook
comes down
race
to.
pitch right there, try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer.
And that's
off.
1 and 2 in the chat tonight.
Pulled the
And he
string on
struck him out at the
strike 3
bottom.
swinging.
Throws to the
Makes
first
the
baseman,
throw.
1 away for the
The
Cardinals.
is retired, and there's 1 away.
Brings up Tyro O'Neill.
So striding
He's off
in,
1 with a
Tyler
line
O'Neill
out in the second
has
inning.
been lined out
In
his
game
first
1
at
in
bat.
St. Louis tonight,
Yeah, he hit
guys.
it hard.
Of the
That's all you
Iamacreator
can
group.
ask. You can't control the result.
I
Sometimes
will be
matters.
jumping in with
Just unlucky
Zombie
with the
this week
placement.
on the 10th,
And he
so
lays off a pitch in
he
there
won't
for
be
the first
live
strike.
tonight or tomorrow. It's just that he just needs a day break, one night off, so it's
Close, and it's 1
not
and 1
a bad casual idea when it comes to doing a 24/7 thing or something like that. Ball
No
2
walker
to the
on
right,
that,
2 and 1.
balls and a strike.
So yeah, we'll be on the 10th of Friday as we speak. So, but I want my plan to jump in with them in the
1
chat
run
if
on
he
3
can.
hits,
I mean, if he
and no
can.
errors so far for the Red
If Zombie
Birds.
can have my plan grow a channel, that'd be
A
nice.
swing and a shot hit down
Foul
the
ball to
corner.
right in the stands, strike 2.
And it's a foul ball.
Well, I think Zombie might help him, but we'll
Another
see.
2-2 offering. And they'll try
Check
to hold
swing,
back,
struck
but
him out
won't
at the
be able
bottom.
to, as that's
A
ruled a
strikeout,
swing, and there are
out
2
number
away
2
now.
for the
I think
Cardinals.
that's one of the toughest calls
But
for an
if
umpire.
Zombie
How
can
about
help
a
anybody,
swing appeal?
he's one of my moderators in the chat as well. He can help my future fiance if he can. Because I don't see that being a dicey move.
Into the box
Not a
now.
bad
Yadier
idea,
Molina.
to be honest.
He looks
Strike
at
1 to the
fastball
left.
that's in there for strike
1-1.
1. He'll
Brings
attempt
up
to put the
Yadier
ball in
Molina to
play for a
Ketsu.
change here with
He
the
singled
first
in the
2 guys
second
going
inning.
down
He's
on
1 for
strikes
1.
to start the inning.
But we'll see. We'll see what
In the
happens.
windup, here comes the 0-1. Hot shot
That'll be
down the
foul ball to
line,
left,
but
strike
this will
2
be foul
in game
for
1,
strike
St.
2.
Louis. And
chased
struck
it
him
in the
out
dirt.
quick.
Number 16 corrals it.
Throws to the first baseman, and the side is retired.
So they go down without a whimper here. On to
3
the
up,
top
3
of inning
down,
number
3
5
up,
we
3
go.
down for the
St.
Cardinals.
Louis is
Game
out
1,
in
St.
front,
Louis.
1-0.
Go to top of the 5th. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing.
Welcome back, Heidi Watney standing by.
But if
as
you
we get
guys
set for
have
the
your
top of
own
the
goals in the chat,
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the
guys
Dodgers
want to help
skipper,
grow,
about
let
his
me know in the
lineups
chat.
performance so far, and he told
And
me
we'll try
overall,
to see
he's not
what we
happy
can
with
do
the
for you.
efforts they're putting
Of the
together.
Iamacreator
They've only
group
managed
equals
one
Pay It
base runner
Forward,
this game, so it's easy to see
and
why
B
he said they
rewarded.
haven't shown much fight today.
And we
He's
never
hoping
asked
to
for
see
support
someone
back,
step
so
up
we'll
and
see.
find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this.
And
funk
due up for
and
the
come back for this
Dodgers,
one.
third baseman Dustin Turner comes to the plate. He gets grounded out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1.
He'll start off the 5th in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Foul ball to
0-1
right,
the
strike
count.
1. Hold on a second.
The windup and the 0-1.
I'll make a different comment in a second. Ball 1 2.
If he continues to put the ball right there, he's going to get that call, and he's going to keep pitching as well as he is.
Yeah, there we go. Make a different smart comment from that. That'll be fly ball to right center field.
On the move.
Looking to race back, and he makes the catch, 1 away
Play for the first out
for the
of
Dodgers.
An early look at the line score here tonight.
De Leon's given up 10 balls,
Boy,
32
just
strikes,
one
total of
lone hit for the
43,
visitors this
with
evening
no
as
walks
they've
for
been
the
taken
4 and 5
fast
Cardinals
by the
tonight.
starter.
Here comes Jock Pedersen.
Comes into
He's
this
0 for 1 with a
0 for
ground
1
out in the
ball
second
game.
inning. Game 1 in St. Louis.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. There's
Foul ball to left, strike one.
Deep drive headed for the right field corner. But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance though as it landed in the upper deck. Hit hard to the
That'll
right
be
side.
foul ball to right, strike two. A's 5, Orioles 4 in Baltimore.
That hitter looked like he timed that
Leon
one up pretty
nods his
well and
head.
just missed it, fouling it away.
Check swing, ball one at the bottom, 1 and 2.
That's ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. Look out.
Ball two,
Almost got
2 and
away
2.
from him. 2 and 2 now.
Royals 2, Mavs nothing in Kansas City. Foul ball to right, strike two. Swing and a miss. Out number 2 for the Dodgers.
I'll tell you right now,
6
this guy
strikeout
gets
by
a
Pines
shutout
to
going,
Leon.
and it's been all business. He's not messing around.
He's on the mound for the 4 and 5 Cardinals tonight. Game 1 in St. Louis. Type 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me tonight. He's up Will Smith. He struck out his last time.
He went down on strikes in his first at bat.
The pitch by to Leon.
50th pitch of the game on its way.
Strike 1 inside the
No
middle.
balls and a strike.
Guys, let me know if you guys want to follow me on Twitter. Just type in your name, your information, and we'll try to see if I can look you up as good as I can.
Being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count.
The
a
Leon
little
nods
bit.
his
Try and
head.
get back
We're gonna
into a
finish the
decent
job
count
in the
where maybe
inning.
you can come through.
Chopper
That'll be
to
ground
short.
ball to second.
DeYoung gathers
Picks it up,
in.
throws the first, and the inning is over.
Inside is retired. Dodgers down in order. They're on the short end of a
We go to bottom of the 5th
1-0
inning.
score.
Game 1 St. Louis. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing.
Digging in.
Due
Number
up for the
62.
Cardinals.
He starts off the inning against a guy
On the
who
mound
struck
for
out
the
the
4 and 5
side
Cardinals
last
tonight
inning. How did
is
they get to
Dale
him here?
Ponce de Leon. He struck out in the second inning. He is 0 for 1.
They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
So we'll see what happens. Let's see. I'm just looking on some guys. Just looking.
First pitch on its way. There's the fastball that gets the
Strike one
lower
at the
part of
bottom,
the zone,
0-1.
called for a strike. Now a
Swung
swing
away,
and a
way
miss,
too
and
long,
things are not
strike
looking
2.
Real promising here, down 0-2.
Oh man, he just tied him up.
Actually,
and
tacos
knocked
are
right
actually
there.
good too, to be honest.
Will
And he
take
struck him out
3
looking.
calls.
That's the
He's got
first out
another
for the
one.
Cardinals.
5 straight strikeouts, and that's the first out of the inning.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable.
We
on
play
the
one
mound
more
right
time.
now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
Rockies 4, Braves nothing in
Stepping in
Colorado.
now, number 19. As he looks at a
Ball one to the
fastball
upper
that
right.
misses off the plate for ball
Brings
one.
up Tommy
No
Edman, the
hits to
third
this
baseman.
point.
He struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. Okay.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. In
Strike
there,
1
and
to the
it's
upper
even at
right.
1.
1 and 1. And a pop-up. The foul territory to the right side.
And
Makes the Cats out number 2 for the Cardinals. Brings up Colton Wong, second baseman. He is 2 for 2 with a home run, single, with a ribby in Game 1 St. Louis.
Ready with the first pitch.
The
Here it
pitch by
comes.
Kershaw. He has given up 2 walks tonight in Game 1 St. Louis with the 7-3 Dodgers. Ball
And
2.
a bite at that one
2-0
either.
to the
It's
left.
2-0. 2 out, nobody on.
Besides beginning a different routine.
Down low.
Ball
and the
3 at the bottom,
Pickens
3-0.
3-0.
On deck, Paul Goldschmidt with a 205 average, excuse me. Instead of 305, it's 205.
I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
The 3-0. Rolled
That'll be
slowly
ground ball
down
to
the
left,
third
picked up by
baseline.
third.
Turner's right there.
Throws to the first of time, and he
With the
side
back,
is
so his
retired.
side is retired. So they're held in check here this
3 up, 3 down for the Cardinals. In Game 1, St. Louis. To the top of the 6th inning, Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing.
So coming to the plate,
Due up for the
number 9
Dodgers.
will start things
Second
out in
baseman
their
Christopher
half of the 6th
Negron.
as they look to shake things up
He's
here
0 for 1
for
with a
a
strikeout in the
lineup
3rd
that
inning.
has been non-existent to date.
7-3 Dodgers. We're going to put something on the board tonight. In Game 1, St. Louis.
One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach
Leon
the
nods
later
his head.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Strike 1 up top.
There, up in the zone a bit, but called to strike.
So have about 3 likes. Can we jump into 5 tonight? That'll be fly ball center field. He's under it defensively, makes the catch. 1 away for the Dodgers. Here comes Clayton Kershaw on the mound for the 7-3 Dodgers tonight. He singled his last time. He's 1 for 1 in the 3rd inning.
Pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole
Strike
outcome
1 to the
up
left.
to this point.
No balls and a strike to count.
Have about 4 likes. Can we jump into 6 tonight? Can we try 6 in the chat? Strike 2 inside the zone, 0-2. Leon nods his head. Be ground ball left center field.
Kershaw has a base hit. So
And he picked it up, and that's a single. So a single by the Dodgers.
Yeah, man, he's locked in and pretty dominant since the first.
Ponce Leon on the mound for the 4-5 Cardinals tonight. Game 1 St. Louis. Gonna have 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, 57 pitches though. It's not too bad. Back to the lineup, brings up A.J. Pollock. He has popped out and he has grounded out. In Game 1 in St. Louis. Runner at first, 1 out. Pitch by DeLeon. Strike 1 to the upper left. Astros 2.
Hey, I'm a little
Yankees
right
1
there.
in Houston.
He doesn't go with the sinker. He goes with the
And also to stay with that,
situation.
that would be Texas.
0-1 pitch on its way.
Foul ball behind home base, strike 2.
Kershaw stands at first with 1 out.
Swing and a miss. Second out for the Dodgers. 7th strikeout by Ponce de Leon. He is looking pretty smooth tonight. Very smooth. They can't complain inside the chat either. Can't complain. Sponsoring the replay.
Standing in now, Corey Seager.
Strike 1 up top, 0-1. Brings up Corey Seager. Struck out twice, he is 0 for 2. Game 1 St. Louis.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Ground ball to first, almost had it. That's actually that's a foul ball. Excuse me. It's strike 2.
Has a look now.
The 0-2. Ball 1 to the upper right. 1-2.
Misses 1-2.
Ball 2. 2-2. Kind of felt like it would have been a previous good hit. Actually. Ball 3 to the right. 3-2. On deck, Cody Bellinger. 262, 2 home runs, 5 ribbies.
It allows the runner on first to be on the move with 2 away.
Ground ball center field. Picks it up. Throws the first baseman, and the inning is over, and done.
Dodgers leave 1. They still trail 1-0.
Dodgers leave 1. Game 1 St. Louis. To the bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinals 1. Dodgers nothing.
Digging in.
Due up for the Cardinals. The first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. He has struck out and he has popped out. He is 0 for 2.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
Not worried about the motorcycle tonight, guys, so that's less frequent.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Strike 1 inside the middle.
Right there for strike 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up.
Bullpen, Joe Kelly, Kenta Mita for the 7-3 Dodgers tonight. Game 1 in St. Louis. 0-1 count by Kershaw. Ball one to the
It's a
right,
breaking
1 and
ball,
1.
but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone. And through just 5 innings, he's coming up on 100 pitches now.
Yeah, Matty, I think one of the things you want to do is try to drive that pitch count up. And
Ball 2
you're the offense
to the
now,
right,
you're sitting in a pretty
2
good
and 1.
spot.
Yeah, usually the starting pitcher doesn't get to see the lineup 3 times through. I wouldn't be shocked if there's a move made to the bullpen.
Rockies 4, Braves 3 in Colorado. Comes a 2-1 by Kershaw.
Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Strike 2 on the upper right, 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
And
Struck him out too late, 1 out for the Cardinals.
And that'll be the first out of the inning.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang bang place at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion.
If you guys have a touchscreen on your phone, computer, or a tablet, you can do so by following me on Twitter. Nothing hard to find. Yeah, you guys can follow me on Twitter, get it out there, spread the word for as good as you can find it. Strike 2 to the upper left. Actually, lower left, excuse me. 0-2.
Corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big
upper left, outside of the left or something. Ball 1, 1 and 2.
That's ball 1.
At the bottom.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Waited a little too long, struck him out. Out number 2 for the Cardinals. 13 strikeouts. And that's the second out for the Cardinals. Well, Kershaw is one of the greatest pitchers of all time for any baseball season. We saw Jose Martinez. He's 0 for 1 and 2 walk in the second inning. Game 1 in St. Louis.
Hitting Jose Martinez. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1 up top. That's a little bit better actually tonight. A little bit better.
On the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
Strike 1, bottom left, lower left, excuse me. Big fly ball to deep right center field. Will that get down? And it does. He makes the catch. The side is retired. We'll go catch defensively. Game 1 St. Louis. Go to top of the 7th inning. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing.
Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. 7th inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top.
And grab.
It's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here.
Guys can hear me, type 1 in the chat tonight.
Digging in now, Cody Bellinger. And
leading off for the Dodgers. Game 1 St. Louis will be Cody Bellinger. He's lined out, he is grounded out. He's 0 for 2. 73 Dodgers tonight. We're going to smoke something in the air tonight. We're going to smoke something in there.
And they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings.
Leon, we're going to keep it perfect. Strike 1 inside the zone.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something.
Pirates 4, Cubbies 3, the final in Chicago. State of that is Illinois. Ball 1 to the left.
As this one's in on the hands.
Check swing, strike 2. Good pitch right there.
That's ruled a strike.
One and 2 by the Leon. Ball 2. 2 and 2. Rockies 8, Braves 6 in Colorado. Iamacreator Martinez, how you doing? He fly ball to right center field. And he makes a pretty good catch. 1 out for the Dodgers. Padres 2, Giants nothing, and San Francisco.
That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
Leon nods his head. Here's the pitch coming up. Foul ball to right, strike 1. Brings up Max Muncy, the first baseman. He has struck out and he has lined out. He is 0 for 2.
The windup and the 0-1.
Ball 1 at the bottom. A's 5, Orioles 4 in Baltimore. Swing and a miss, strike 2 at the bottom. 1 and 2.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection.
Race Room, Game Channel.
They'll tell you a well-executed
Man of 6,
fastball
Royals
with
4 in
good
Kansas
location
City.
is still the best pitch in the game.
Ball 2. Brewers 1, Angels nothing in LA. Foul ball to right, strike 2. Had a bit of a piece of it out of that, guys. Just a little piece. Ground ball center field. Picked up by second. Throws to the first, out number 2 for the Dodgers.
Into the box now, Justin Turner. No hits for him to this point.
Picks up Justin Turner, he's 0 for 2.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Strike 1 to the left, 0-1.
We're moving along late into this one, and it's no surprise this guy continues to pitch well.
Ball 1 to the left,
80% of his
1-1.
first pitches have been for strikes, and when you're doing that, you really put the hitters on the defensive.
The ground ball left center field. Gets a little under, and it will be a single. So a single for the Dodgers. Leon's given up 20 balls, 60 strikes, total of 80. Game 1 in St. Louis.
So he's still in total control out there.
He was up Jock Peterson. He has struck out and he has grounded out. He's 0 for 2. Game 1 St. Louis. And DeLeon will be pulled out a little bit. And it will be... So here comes the manager for the 4-5 Cardinals tonight.
And it looks as though that's going to
gets a good handshake for a little more performance on the mound.
So he'll depart with the lead,
and that'll be it for Daniel Pounce de Leon. It's a good get ovation from the crowd, from the fans tonight. And on the mound for the 4-5 Cardinals tonight, in the pitcher's box will be Andrew Miller. Miller making his 4th start, 1-0 record with 6 strikeouts to his resume.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Ball 1 up top.
It looked like the fastball got away from
Runner
him
at
there.
first, 2 outs.
Turner, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Foul ball to left, strike 1. 1-1. 1-1 offering by Miller. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Kept the eye on the ball quite a bit.
3 years old. He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
Lifted into center
Pop, fly ball center field. He gets undercover, makes the catch. The side is retired.
1 left for LA. They trail this one 1-0.
3 up, 3 down. Go to bottom of the 7th inning. Game 1 St. Louis. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing. And also on the mound for the 7-3 Dodgers tonight. Game 1 St. Louis will be Kenta Maeda. Means 8th start, 0-1 record, 3.38 ERA. And leading off for the Cardinals will be Paul DeZong. He has struck out twice. He is 0 for 2.
Hopefully he got it out of his system, especially now he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Strike 1 at the bottom, 0-1.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Swing, strike 2 at the bottom. It's now 0-2. Going 2 by Maeda. A ground ball center field, picked up by second. He throws it to his man, one away for the Cardinals. Brings up Tyro O'Neill, center fielder. Struck out and he lined out, and he is 0 for 2.
Here comes the first pitch.
Strike one to the left.
For a strike. Bases are empty, one man out.
It's like swing strike two at the bottom, 0-2. Ball was also outside the zone. Quite almost effective.
And the pitch.
Ball one at the bottom, 1-2.
Bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Astros 2, Yankees 1 in Houston. Foul ball to right, strike 2.
And he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 1-2. Doesn't
ball
catch the
2.
outside corner, it's a ball.
2-2 outside the zone.
Nobody on.
Swung on and missed. Out number 2 for the Cardinals. A strikeout by Kenta Maeda. M-A-E-D-A. So that's a 5-letter word, guys. Brings up Gadiel Molina, the Ketsu. Singled in the second, he's 1 for 2.
Previous head-to-head matchups with Kenta Maeda, he's gone 3 for 6. Ready to deliver, here's the first pitch.
Strike one inside the zone, 0-1.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane.
0-2 with the bottom. 0-2 count by Maeda.
Started to go
ball one. Check swing was ball 1 and 2.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
2-2.
Ball 2 to the right, 2-2.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
2-2 offering coming up. A big ground ball to home base. Pitches under it. Throws the first in time. The side is retired.
Down in order go the Cardinals.
3 up, 3 down for the Cardinals. To the top of the 8th inning, Game 1 St. Louis, 1-0 Cardinals. 2 up for the Dodgers. Catcher Will Smith. He's off for 2 with strikeout and a ground out.
They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for
swing and a miss at the bottom, 0-1.
Get on base and ignite a rally.
Here's the 0-1. Swinging a ball hit softly.
Foul ball behind home base, strike 2.
This will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. A pause and the 0-2.
Foul ball to left, strike 2.
The 0-2 once more.
Swing and a miss. First out for the Dodgers.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff men on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking.
And pinch hitting for these 7-3 Dodgers tonight. Game 1 St. Louis is David Freese, former Arizona Cardinal. Or Red Sox. For 400 average and 3 ribbies. He's also another good batter. We have 400 average, 3 ribbies. Driven in. Foul ball to left, strike 2.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2.
Swing and a miss. Out number 2 for the Dodgers. And also pinch hitting for the 7-3 Dodgers tonight will be Jed Guerrero. Strike one to the upper left. 0-1. He does have a 125 average though. Astros 5, Yankees 1 in Houston.
Yeah, Matty, you mentioned he's playing his former club.
Ball one to the left.
Sometimes. I don't know if he's going
In
to dinner
attendance
with these
tonight,
guys
guys,
after the game,
43,077. Here tonight.
Ready with the 1-1.
Swing and a miss, strike two at the bottom. Angels 3, Brewers 1 in Los Angeles.
I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
Foul ball behind home base, strike two.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get
Foul
this
ball
swing and a miss,
behind the
he's gonna
left
have to
again,
get
strike
that
two
ball a
on
little
deck.
bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Ball 2, 2-2.
That time, but it's 2-2.
And he struck him out looking. Just that for the difference, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Dodgers in Game 1, St. Louis. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning.
Scott Alexander.
And on pitching for the 7-3 Dodgers tonight in Game 1, St. Louis, Missouri, it was Scott Alexander. Set 5th start of the season, and no strikeouts to his resume. Kiki Hernandez will be playing second base defensively. 7-3 Dodgers tonight. And a different pinch hitter. It will be pinch hitting for the 4-5 Cardinals tonight. Game 1 St. Louis will be Harrison Bader. B-A-D-E-R. Ball 1 at the bottom. Ball 2 at the bottom. 2-0.
Hate to do it, but I've got to question the pitch calling right there. With a guy like this at the plate, you got to attack him with your fastball instead of pitching him like he's a middle of the order power guy.
Strike one to the right, 2-1 inside the zone tonight, guys. Rockies 10, Braves 6 in Colorado. 2-1 coming up by Alexander. Ground ball to right. Slides to get it underneath the ball. Doesn't get close. That'll be a single. Let's go as a base hit. And so it's a single for the Cardinals.
You find yourself count leverage.
Back to the lineup will be Tommy Edman. So basically it's popped out in the 5th inning. He is 0 for 3 in Game 1 St. Louis. Bottom of first, nobody out. Bottom of the 8th, nobody out. Runner at first. Game 1 in St. Louis, 1-0 Cardinals.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders.
Posted in family, another good surprise to the other.
Are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting one out could be a challenge.
Here comes the 0-1.
We fly ball to right center field, and it'll get down. As that will be a single.
And that runner will go
a single for the Cardinals.
As there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, D-Roll, when you're starting to swing it like this team is, doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do in today's day.
We play once again.
Down your throat. You very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys.
First and second, nobody out. Strike one to the upper left corner. That's 0-1.
And they're jumping all over him.
Alexander offers up perhaps one of the nastiest sliders around, and it won't be uncommon to see a lot of off-balance swings against it. And
Alexander gives the sign.
You see it come out of his hand. He's got a huge break
coming right up for him.
Here's the pitch.
That'll be foul ball to left, strike 2. 0-2 coming up. Struck him out looking. First out for the Cardinals.
For the first out.
Always tough for one of these base umpires to make a call on a guy's check swing. It's not a great angle, and everything happens so quickly.
We play it once again, one more time. Brings up Paul Goldschmidt, first baseman. Strikeout in the 6th inning. He's 0 for 3 in Game 1 in St. Louis. First and second was just 1 out. 1-0 Cardinals. Bottom of the 8th, Game 1 in St. Louis. Ball 1 to the left.
1-0 the count. First and second now, 1 man out.
Strike 1 at the bottom inside the zone, guys. 1-1.
The set and the 1-1 pitch.
Foul ball to right, a little bit under that. Strike 2. 1 and 2 so far.
Ready with the 1 and 2.
And the pitch is low. Runners will hold first and second. It's 2 and 2. As it almost would have been a wild pitch. Actually. Struck him out too quick. Out number 2 for the Cardinals.
What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today.
We saw Marcell Ozuna. He threw a walk in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 2. First and second, 2 outs. Game 1 in St. Louis. 1-0 Cardinals. Inside the bottom of the 8th.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game.
Strike 1 to the right.
And they start him out away with a cold strike. 2 down, runners at first and second.
We fly a ball to deep right center field. Racing back, and see you later. It's gone. 3-1 shot to deep right center field, and that's Marcell Ozuna. Game 1 in St. Louis, 401 feet, guys. Look at that. 3-run shot to right center field. As it's now 4-0 Cardinals. In Game 1 St. Louis, 2 outs. Look at it one more time. Fly a ball to deep right center field, and it is a 3-run shot.
That could be the nail in the coffin.
And it really is. So, coming to the mound for the 7-3 Dodgers tonight. Game 1 St. Louis will be Joe Kelly. So Kelly making his 8th start on the season tonight, guys. And it's at 2-0 record and 5 strikeouts to his resume. 4-0 Cardinals, bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Here's the pitch by Joe Kelly. Strike 1 at the bottom. Brings up Jose Martinez. He's a walk in the 2nd inning, and he is 0 for 2. In Game 1 in St. Louis. Comes the 0-1 offering by Kelly. Big ground ball center field. Picked up by second. Throws the first and stops the bleeding. The side is tired. 3-1 stop by Marcell Ozuna. Game 1 St. Louis. And it was a smash to right, deep right center field. And it was gone. To the top of the 9th inning. Game 1 St. Louis. Cardinals 4. Dodgers nothing. We're going to see it'll take over quite a bit. And on the mound for the 4-5 Cardinals tonight with Carlos Martinez. 4th start of the season for him. 2 saves and 5 strikeouts as well. Due on for the Dodgers will be A.J. Pollock. Struck out in the 6th inning. He is 0 for 3.
Back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way.
Pitched by Martinez. Ball 1 to the bottom left, outside the zone 2.
You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
2 balls and
Ball
no strikes.
2.
The count to the Dodgers center fielder.
2-0.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in
Fly ball center field.
To be successful.
We're going to race back a little bit. And he makes the catch. One away for the Dodgers. Nationals 4, Phillies nothing, and Corey Seager. 6th inning, he's 0 for 3. Game 1 in St. Louis. Pitched by Martinez. Continue to make short work, strike 1. One in my corner. The record between Seager versus Martinez, 3 for 6, with 1 ribby. Coming in between.
The windup and the 0-1. This is hit
fly ball center field. Center field again. Makes another good catch. Second out for the Dodgers. And the Dodgers are down to their final out. Game 1, St. Louis. Last chance for the Dodgers. Cody Bellinger. He's lined out in the 7th inning. He's 0 for 3. Game 1 in St. Louis.
Now here's the pitch.
Martinez looking to keep it straight. Strike 1 to the upper left.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that
Athletics 10, Orioles 6 in Baltimore.
Right, but it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call it?
Ball 1 to the upper right. 1-1 in the corner. Man of 7, Royals 4 in Kansas City. And they pop up, and this should do it tonight, guys. This should do it. Managed to catch with a pop out, and the Cardinals go up to 5-5, even in the season. As the 5-5 Cardinals have won 2 in a row tonight, so far from the previous game that they've had. So the 5-5 Cardinals take Game 1 tonight over the Dodgers, down to 7-4. So for the 7-4 Dodgers tonight in Game 1, St. Louis, Saskatchewan was 1 for 3. Cody Bellinger was 0 for 4. Two strikeouts by Joe Patterson and Max Muncy. For the 5-5 Cardinals tonight, Marcell Ozuna had a home run with a 3-run shot. Colin Wong had a solo shot. Harrison Bader 1 for 1. Yadier Molina 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Not bad of a stat sheet. As the Cardinals take Game 1 up to 5-5. Over the Dodgers down 7-4. 4-0, 6 hits, 3 hits in St. Louis. Cardinals are now 5-5. Take Game 1. Over the Dodgers down to 7-4. And a 4-0 shutout. 4-0 shutout, guys. You guys can see. I'll simulate that. And it will be next time. Next time it will be Game 2 in St. Louis. As it will be the 5-5 Cardinals. We're going to make it 3 in a row, taking on the 7-4 Dodgers. And St. Louis, as we speak. On the mound will be Zach Flattery for the 5-5 Cardinals. And for the 7-4 Dodgers, on the mound will be Walker Bauer, Buahler, I would assume. But we'll see. As far as the other teams go, we've got within 13 innings of a good game, as it is the White Sox winning by 1 up to 5-4 over the Rays, down to 6-5 in Chicago. 4-3, 15 hits, 11 hits, and no errors. Bummer with his very first win. The Pirates win by 1 up to 5-5 even over the Cubbies, down to 8-2 in Chicago of the season. 4-3, 12 hits, 1 error, 7 hits, and no errors as well. Chris also up to a 2-0 perfect start for the 5-5 Pirates the season, and Feliz of his first save. The Athletics get the 4th win up to 4-10 of the season. Over the Orioles, down to 4-6 in Baltimore. 10-6, 16 hits, 1 error, and also 8 hits and 1 error. Magden of a second win. The Dodgers pull within by 4, up to 6-3. Shutting down the Phillies down to 2-7 in Philadelphia. As there was a 4-0 shutout for the 6-3 Nationals tonight. 4 hits and no errors. Hickelson of his first win, and Sewell of his 4th save. The Astros going up 7-4 over the Yankees, down to 7-3 in Houston. 5-1, 8 hits, 4 hits, and 2 errors. Garrett Cole was very first win. Presley was very first save. The Mariners went by 3 up to 6-6 even over the Royals, down to 4-5 in Kansas City. 7-4, 11 hits, 1 error, 5 hits, and no errors. Kikuchi was first win. Salavala was 6th save. The Rockies go up 5-6 with victory by 4 over the Braves, down to 5-5, and Colorado 10-6, 9 hits, no errors, 10 hits, and 1 error. Brandon Saul up to 2-0. Olberg was first save. The Padres stay perfect, improving up to 8-3. Over the Giants, down to 2-9 in San Francisco. 8-4, 17 hits, 7 hits, 1 error. Patacock up to a 2-0 start. And the Angels go up to 8-3 as well. By 10 over the Brewers, down to 3-8, and LA 11-1, 16 hits, 2 hits, 1 error apiece. With Heaney was very second win. And it's at tonight. So we're not going to do any standings tonight since it's getting late already. I'll tell you a bit more in a second what we're going to do tomorrow. Hold on. Hold up a minute. Hold on a second here. Alright. Let's get this out of the way. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for me tonight and wrap things up for tonight. Cardinals are now 5-5 of the season. As they will be hosting, as 5-5 Cardinals will be hosting next time 7-4 Dodgers in Game 2. As there was only a 4-0 shutout for the 5-5 Cardinals tonight. Game 1 St. Louis. So next Tuesday and Wednesday you guys will have new episodes of Borderlands 3. Since it wasn't actually going to be tonight. You guys will have a new episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake tomorrow after work after 11:30. If you guys want to catch more MLB 19, excuse me. Be sure to hit that red support button if you guys are new in the chat. If you guys are not, and if you guys are not, hit that like button. Tweet them out, share them, comment, add them to a playlist, type it in. You guys do have a Twitter. You can do so by follow me on Twitter anytime. As long as you know which ones you're following of the Iamacreator group. Well, we watch our videos in full, like them in full, stay connected as always, and never ask for support back in between. Guys also want to vote for the auto. Lands at 27. Greatest Summon is at 12. They're still neck and neck, but the score is still remaining the same. You guys will get more IZN news tomorrow as well. Because all I have to do is only 7 to 11:30 tomorrow, so it's no hyperventilating for sure. But yeah, you guys can follow me on Twitter anytime. As long as you find out where it could be. But I'm gonna wrap things up for tonight. Tomorrow you guys will have a new episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's still every Thursday and Friday. But I'm gonna wrap things up for tonight. I'm a little more tired, so I might get a cool shower in a little bit. See if there's anything for the balance. But I'm glad you guys are still having a good time in the chat as always. To come right in, I gratefully appreciate it. And I love you guys no matter what happens inside the Iamacreator group as well. I want to say thank you, brother Mark, and Kills on Duty, aka Zest. Thank you, stopping by. I would have expected a little bit more tonight, but my feeling is it might have been different or definitely quite busy for something for the reference. But it all depends, guys. I'm going to wrap things up for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching as well. Be good to one another, be kind to one another, and love one another the same way. Same time, same channel for tomorrow night for 7 Remake. And I'll see you guys till then. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next one.